Good evening. Welcome in Daily UPSC Editorial audio program. Maratha Lessons, The Times of India. Bad President, The Hindu. Now the full editorial. Maratha Lessons, The Times of India. Social engineering. Wrong answer to dominant group quota agitation in Maharashtra and elsewhere. India's many post-mandal reservation agitations have appended the aim of providing temporary support to historically disadvantaged group. Allegations are often carried out by socially and politically influential groups aiming to use reservations as a route to enhance job prospects. On the other side, political parties are beginning caste surveys to offer false solutions to frustrated youth. Reservations continuing was Marathas politics is in flux because of the unresolved issue of reservation for Marathas. Agitators for reservation issue ultimatum to the state government, which has so far treated even violent protesters with kid gloves. But the state cabinet is not united. Senior members have questioned the policy, running afoul of judiciary. In May 2021, the Supreme Court struck down the state government decision to provide reservations to Marathas. The judgment rested on reasoning similar to other such cases. Judiciary in general is unconvinced about the need to reach the 50% cap on group based reservations. Exceeding the cap is only possible if governments are able to show a compelling case through the provision of credible data. None of the dominant group agitations that have been supported by political parties has managed to do so. That's unsurprising. Dominance and disadvantageousness doesn't usually coexist. A pan-India problem, the unwillingness of political parties to firmly deal with these demands means that the problem lurks just beneath the surface. In Tamil Nadu, representatives of Veneers continue to push the state governments after the FX court disallowed a law that carved out a standalone sub-quota for them. The problem cuts across regions with dominant group agitations having their roots in what they see as poor economic prospects. More quotas won't create jobs. India's employment market is not creating enough pathways for faster upward mobility. It is a structural economic problem, and it is not going to be solved by social engineering. Around 79% of the workforce is either self-employed or in casual labor. Relatively few of the remaining employed are in government. Additional jobs have to come from the private sector. That means private investments. That's where political parties need to focus on. President, the Hindu. The expulsion of Mahua Mohita is ominous for parliamentary democracy. The expulsion of Trinamool Congress member of parliament Mahua Mohita from the Lok Sabha by a hurried voice vote on December 8, based on a report of the ethics committee of the House, is bad in form and substance. It was not, however, surprising by 6 4 majority, 6/4 majority, including the vote of a suspended Congress MP. The committee recommended her expulsion, holding her guilty of unethical conduct, breach of privilege, and contempt of the House. These were charges raised by the parties in the party MP, who was in turn, depending on the statement of Mahbub Moitra's estranged partner. The committee cited in its report a precedent of the expulsion of 11 MPs in 2005 for the cash for query sting operation by a news platform. This was video evidence that established a strong case then. Unlike the charges against Mr. Moitras, she shared her login credential with businessman Darshan Hiranandani to upload parliament questions, a fact she herself admitted. The committee considered in its report that it had no proof of cash exchanges, and its report called for legal intensive institutional and time-bound investigation into that aspect. Nevertheless, it was emphatic in calling for her expulsion, and even labeled the sharing of her login credential a criminal act. The link suggested between Mr. Moitra's parliament question and the business interest of the Hiranandani group are frivolous. For instance, a question on steel prices of India's trade relations with Bangladesh is of interest to numerous business groups and consumers. The committee said it acknowledged the fact that the several MPs share their logging cadence with others, but went on to make a labored case that Mr. Moitra had in endangered national security. The argument that MPs have access to documents on the parliament portal that are not in the public domain is a stretched one. In fact, there is no good reason to keep draft bills secret. Bill draft are meant for public circulation and debate before being brought to parliament for discussion and voting. That there is very little of that happening these days is a sad commentary on parliamentary democracy. The report of the ethics committee also faced the same fate. The 495-page report was tabled and voted on the same day, rejecting the appeal of opposition MPs for a more detailed discussion. Once member had the time to read it in detail, the president that the majority in parliament can expel an opposition member on the dubious charge is ominous for parliamentary democracy. The expulsion of Mahua Matra is a case of justice hurried and buried. Thank you.